Hello everyone, my name is Tupi, welcome to the stream, and today for 2 hours I am yours, and today we are playing Timberborn. What's up, Sunbro, my biggest fan? How you doing? I saw you streaming. I'm exposing you on your stream now. Don't let this guy fool you. He's my biggest fan. Fizz free. What are you doing on your stream? I always appreciate you saying hello. You're not, but whatever. Yeah, okay. Like I said, don't let him fool you. What are you doing over there? You playing a game? There's my music. I was wondering where my music was. You're finding new music? I didn't know people streamed them just listening to music. I'll suggest some for you. I got some to suggest for you, actually. I got Lil Darky, One Nolly, God Hand USA, there's definitely another one that I can't think of, but definitely look at those three. Especially God Hand USA. One Nolly does have a lot of songs that I like. And Lil Darky's my favorite. So, some pretty good ones. You're welcome. Alright, let's move chat. Chat, you're already in my way. What are you doing? Just kidding. Okay. Alright. It is time to go back to whatever disaster I left for myself here last time. I'm moving everything but what I want to move. Alright. Actually, this can go up here. Come here. There you go. You guys can go right under here. That actually works perfectly. There we go. Alright. Back to it. Okay, so today we are playing Timberborn because it is Timberborn Tuesday, and what we are doing is dealing with the remnants of a bad tide right here. I found out, I took a little peepsies at another YouTuber who plays Timberborn, their video on how the sensors work. Bro loves them, by the way. So we need this one, but I'm gonna need scrap metal first, which I think is what we were working on last time. Yeah, I need a smelter. What did I need before I needed the smelter? Did I need the gear workshop? I already got gears. So, no, I needed a tapper. That's right. It's all coming back to me. Did we already do the tapper? We did already do the tapper last time we were okay. So I can get this, right? There's nothing else I need. Yeah. Hopefully I don't regret that. See, look, this got built. The problem with this is that, look, I could fit this perfectly right over here. Should we just move this? Should I just delete it and put it up here until we can get a big storage? I think I am being a little silly expecting us to get that anytime soon, so maybe, you know, we will. Too far from the district. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Alright, let's put a couple back here like this. And it's gonna be quite tight, because I do need a lot of stuff over here. I do really want this big warehouse. We're gonna save up for that. I also need a medium tank. Actually, we're gonna get that first. We should start investing in some better water storage. And I believe our water storage is gonna be up here anyway, so, let's put it on the edge here, though. Like that. That's perfect. Honestly, 2 of these is plenty. They each hold 300, so it's 600 right there. That's more than what I even have right now. And then We're gonna just delete it. There's no point in waiting. Move that. But I can put a smelter down anyway. Now a smelter is 200. This is 400. This one also requires 200. So these two buildings by themselves take up all the power that this produces. Which sucks, but it had to be done. We finally have enough beavers for how many jobs we require. We are gonna need this. Somebody to work in here, but whenever we get this one built, which we're not building because there's no way up there yet, I could actually make a very easy way to get over here. Simply with some stairs. Yeah. And then they can work on it. It's too far. Why are you lying? Because these aren't built yet, that's why. I do need that built. But I need this one built first, so. What are they working on right now? What did I leave them to work on last? They finished this, so this got finished. I guess they're picking up all the stuff that I had over here. Looks like he was grabbing the last one. So they're done working over there. They already blockaded that off. Yeah, the water over here is not leaving. It probably will over time, but it's going to take a really long time. So I'm thinking we probably should put one of those medium water storages over here. And eventually, when we unlock this, I'm not going to unlock it now because I really don't care. Like, I don't need it yet. Can't build it yet anyway. We'll start pumping that bad water out of there, and then when it's empty, it'll be great. Although, you know, there is an aquifer up here that once we give power to this, it'll be good. It'll be producing water all by itself, sees. And I can probably connect this to 2 regular windmills. 2 regular wind turbines right behind it. Just one, you know, right... Oh, it wouldn't let me connect it there? Or is that just red because... No, I can't put it there. Darn. It has to go into the side anyway. So I guess I put one here, one here. I don't know if they could be that close together. It might need to be here and here. And then we'll just connect them with shafts. We will need that there for it, though. This is another project, which I suppose I could delete, actually. Now that I think about it. I only had this up because I was worried about it overflowing, but also if I activate this aquifer, I could completely get rid of the dam. Or maybe keep the dam, because I do want the water to go this way more. This will just flush. It'll flush all of the bad water out a little bit better, which will be good. So it'll always have clean water going through this way, and this will help green our areas up over here. So eventually we will destroy those, but we're not destroying them before this gets activated. Uh-oh. Is that music really loud that when it was playing? I didn't even get to look. Turn it down a little bit. That's a lot of it. That's fine. Generally, the music is pretty quiet. Well, now you can't really hear it, though. Still haven't taken care of that for me. I have to put somebody back in there, too. I have 3 contaminated beavers again. Are you guys contaminated? You look contaminated. Wait, do they? Oh no, they're just really orange. It's saying I have 3 contaminated beavers. They're talking about the ones that are over here, right? Yeah, they have to be, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they're not talking about my colony. Yeah, there's nobody over here that's contaminated. They're just regular thirsty. Alright, listen. I'm not a horrible person. I promise that the reason they're over here is because if I don't put them... I mean, look at them. Oh my god! They look horrendous! Oh my god. They are messed up. You know, I think they actually look better than how they used to. Like, I think they actually used to look worse. Like, more messed up. The reason they're over there is because they will just continuously drink water and eat food over and over and over and over again, and they will never replenish their water or their food, so... that is why they are over there. So I think my plan that I talked about before, as far as making this into a aqueduct, it will work. I'll just use floodgates, because floodgates can be activated with this. I'll use floodgates. And this will... Now, this is kind of going to be the hard part, though, now that I think about it. Is it's not going to be able to recognize that the water's contaminated until it flows all the way to the top. Which I guess isn't really a bad thing. I guess that's probably fine. Maybe if I get this aquifer up here activated a little bit quicker, then we can actually get some greenery a little bit quicker than I thought. And then we can move our food and our stuff somewhere else. I wonder what happens if I do just do this. Like, is this gonna work the way that I think it will? This is all upon theory. I have no idea if this is even gonna work the way that I think. Do I have builders? What are we doing, guys? Oh, I didn't put any of these for like what they're gonna hold. This one's gonna hold wood. This one's also gonna hold wood. Surprise, this one's also gonna hold wood. This one's gonna hold planks. This one's gonna hold scrap. And this one's gonna hold metal bars. And I've got 3 for wood because my wood gets very full. And I would like to have a back stock of logs. That's why I can't wait until I can get this big storage. And then we'll be able to hold 1,000 in just one. That means that I'll be able to have 2,000. 2,000 just for funsies. Oh good, they finally did get that med bed. I never knew if they actually did get that med bed fixed. Or worked. Or built. Oh, look at that. They're getting this over here so that way they can go over here. I thought this did require gears. Is it just that it's a lot of planks? It's a lot of planks and logs. But I got both of those. So I can put some of my stuff over here, too. Honestly, I don't really need the trees, so I think we're just gonna... Look, when I click the demolish button on the little ones here, they just disappear. I really don't need the wood. There we go. I was about to say, why didn't that work? Alright. Yeah, I don't really need the... look at that. I don't need the wood. I'm like thinking, I'm like, should I? But then I look over here. No, I don't need the wood. I do not need the wood. We are doing fantastico on wood. Oh. Oh, there's no pathway over here. Ding dong. Sitting over here like, why aren't they doing anything with this? It's because there's no pathway, ding dong. There we go. Need to put some more decoration around here. That's not where I placed that. Love how it lagged and just registered that I put it there anyway. You're not gonna tell me that that music is on fucking fire. You're not gonna tell me that music ain't fire. I feel like I'm a little disappointed it's not fizzy, but... I do appreciate him picking this because carbonation is not good for me. That probably sounds like a weird thing to say without any context. Have you ever heard of no burp syndrome? Well, no burp syndrome is a syndrome where you have never really been able to burp. I can get like itty bitty burps out. If I yawn, usually I'll get air out, but it's never a proper burp and I can't force myself to burp. I can't make myself burp. It feels like I'm about to throw up instead. And it's a condition called RCPD where basically your esophagus is not relaxing the muscles to be able to properly birth. And anybody who's had this condition has had it since they were born probably. We don't really know when it develops, but everybody who has it has had it as long as they can remember. And the only fix for it is Botox. Needle in your neck. Not only is Botox probably quite expensive, although my insurance would probably cover it, I'm afraid of a needle in my neck. And I do need to get diagnosed with it first. I'm not diagnosed with it, but there's no other syndrome to get it mixed up with other than GERD. But GERD, the only reason I thought I had GERD, or the doctors thought I had GERD, was because I had chronic heartburn. Not realizing that RCPD, because I thought it was normal the way that I didn't know that not burping was a condition. I didn't know that that was a thing. And it can cause heartburn because if you got trapped air in your stomach, then it's pushing acid up. It's probably also why I get stomach pain because of trapped gas. Sucks. It does. It does suck. Not being able to burp properly. I get heartburn all the time. I knew that there was something weird about it because there was no pattern. There was nothing that specifically caused it. Everything gave me heartburn. That's why, like, the doctor was confused. He put me on a diet. I knew that it wasn't going to work. Because even drinking water can give me heartburn, which is weird. That's not really how it works. So, should have known. Not really, because I didn't know about it. I don't think that a lot of doctors know about it either. It's not really it seems It's rare, but, like, there's a lot of people who have it from what I saw. But there's, like, I guess it's, like, a newly discovered thing. I don't know. Should I put some lumber mills over here? Or should I move... Should I put 2... They're already almost finished building that. Now let's move the lumber mill. I can literally just line them up right over here if they get rid of the friggin' trees. Hello? Priority, get rid of them, please. At least that one tree. Get rid of this tree first. Well, second. Okay. Third. Fourth time's a charm. Thank you. Had to be a completely different beaver, but thank you. Alright. Now, if I put 2 lumber mills right next to each other here. They only require 50 HP. So that's only taking up 100 right there. Of my 400 here. And then a gear workshop. Which is 120. That's 220. So I can still even put another smelter over here. Actually, no, I can't. It's literally going to be 20 over it. It won't work all the way. So I could put these 3 over here, and then I'm still going to have... 50, 50, 100. That's 220. Yeah, that's the problem. Is that this is 120. Why they had to make it an uneven number is beyond me. They could have just made that a solid 100. That would have been perfect. But no. It's got to be 120. I can't work with that because that does 220. And that would put me at 420. 420. 420. I'll be at 420. But, that doesn't work for me. So I guess we're... And I know one's not enough. That's the thing. I know one's not enough. This doesn't even keep up with the supply and demand. Alright, look. You get these built. I can get rid of all of those. We're trying to clear out the stuff that's right here. At least a little bit. Like, we'll have some power... Was it here? No. Yes. Yes. I'm trying to put my industries here and here. And then housing is up here. Storage is up here. Planting... We're not really sure where planting is going to be yet because we're not really sure where it's going to fit. No goods in stock. Oh, because they finally put them away? Oh, because it went into here. Oh, and I need more. Alright, unpause. We got a drop coming up. That works perfectly fine for me. Should I pause all of these guys here? I feel like I should. Maybe let's pause one building worth of them. I'm also not getting any of these trees cut down because there's nobody over here. So we're gonna move one of those people over here. Let's put somebody in there real quick. Still got plenty of berries. I just want him to basically replant all of that, and then I don't know if he's gonna destroy that or not, but I want him to fix this. Did this water ever, like, clear out? I feel like not everything grew back all the way, at least not over here. Yeah, it's still contaminated over here. Look. That wasn't contaminated like that. Or am I crazy? No, it's dried out now, which means because the water is still contaminated. Jeez. It is taking forever to clear this out. You know, I also, from what I was watching, he actually, I don't know where, I don't know if he gets dynamite or if his map just is a little bit different than mine, but I think, like, right through here, he has a river somewhere. Maybe through here? I'm just thinking. I'm thinking because I don't know if what I'm trying to do over here is going to work. And nobody can even get over here to do this job, so I don't know why. I'm going to test it. I want to test it because I can test it very easily. Like, yeah, the water is still... So that is going to be a continuous problem, because you can still see, look at that. The whole water source is still... What can I do to clean it? Is there nothing I can do to clean it? I could probably use this. But, this would be the only way to get the water in and out. Actually, it would be this one. Pumps bad water up one side and discharges them on the other. 700 HP. Do you think if I put a bad water pump over here that it would pump out the bad water? Like that would be the filter system? Large warehouse has just been unlocked, folks. Alright? Do you know what that means? That means I gotta move this path a little bit. Why doesn't it fit over here? Is it literally just that tree? It's definitely that tree. Alright. And then we'll have another one there. So, now the questions are, what are we putting in here, right? Well, we've got berries. We've got grilled potatoes. Grilled chestnuts. Carrots. And... I'm gonna do some medium warehouses as well. I gotta figure out where I'm putting my grill, because I gotta move the grills up here. And I don't want to end up not having any space for them. I think I need 3. No, I just need 2 right now. This one does grilled potatoes. This one does grilled chestnuts. And there's enough room over here for... some small warehouses. You're probably wondering what the heck are you gonna put in there? Hold on. I'm trying to figure out how to do this the way that I'm trying to do it. I did it backwards. Frickin' heck. I did it again! Jeezums. Alright, I guess we'll just put this back here, one here. I probably did this so much more complicated than I needed to, I'm not gonna lie. Whatever. This is gonna be potatoes. Let me click on the other one. There you go. And this one's going to be chestnuts. And the reason they're so small is because they don't really need to be big. Because they're going to go right into the grills. And then they're going to go into the big warehouses. I think we should put pine resin in here, but I'm not sure. Because I do want to have some medium storage, and it looks like we got some medium storage fitting perfectly right there. I am going to move this because I can do these stairs in a better place, but I gotta figure out where. Probably literally right here. And then what goes in here is we're gonna do sunflower seeds will be in one of them, and then dandelions will be in the other one, because we really don't need huge storage for all of them. If I find that our sunflower seed storage is like constantly filling and it's not being eaten quicker than it can be filled, then I'll put a big one, then I'll assign one of the big ones to it, but we are going to need pine resin soon. Look, we got the tapper in. Why are you collecting maple syrup? I wanted you to collect pine resin, you freaking ding dong. Well, there's going to be 6 maple syrup just sitting in there for no reason. And what did they need pine resin for? They needed pine resin over here. Okay, good. So it's going to go right into there, and that's the last thing they'll need. And then we can get rid of our science huts, and we'll just have this. Dude, we're booming this time around. We're doing fit. The drought's about to be over. We're going crazy. Our water is really low. Alright. Start pumping, boys. They did this. They completely built this. Let's see how this goes. I'm really wondering if I should unlock that bad water pump right now, though. Should I? And test. We'll delete this one. Delete this one real quick. I was gonna need this anyway. Oh, but I need metal blocks for it. I need metal blocks. And I don't have anybody working in here. They got that built! Look at that, I didn't think they were gonna finish it that quick. Alright, these can be destroyed. They got all of those built, and I completely forgot to path them up. Random stairs. There we go. Let's go. 10 cycles on one map. Alright, now I don't know why you guys are working over here, because you don't need to work over here no more. All of these can be destroyed. Look at that. That's crazy. And they're already working so hard to build all of these. Look at all the logs they put in there. I'm definitely gonna need another wood chopper over here, huh? He's just not gonna be doing it quick enough. These definitely do need to be prioritized by haulers. I don't know what the haulers are doing, but these are prioritized as well. Look, the production's up. All of our water is empty. That's crazy. These are also top priorities. Get built. I know I prioritize everything, but like... So... Instead of it doing at all what I thought it was gonna do, it's not. Am I crazy, or is that should have worked, right? My other idea was, and I'm not sure if it'll work, but if I built this up to like, let's just do a little hypothetical here, right? Let's say I built this up to like, even just like, I don't know, like maybe up here. Maybe it needs to be up here. And then... unlock that real quick. To be fair, science is a thing of the past for us. We will unlock everything so quickly now. Did this wrong. I'm gonna keep it paused because we're just kind of experimenting, you know? Being really stupid at building type shit. And then let's say you built a bad water pump up here. And let's say you made these into floodgates. And then you got one of these. And oh god, I'm not very good at these. Measurement. 5%. If it's less than 5%, we wanted the opposite, right? If it's more than 3%, it will... How do I link this? Automate. Okay, there it is. To this one. Yeah. Now, supposedly this means that when the contamination is... greater than 3%, it will send a signal and it'll close it. It's telling me the measurement's already 3%, which is crazy because this water should be clean from what I'm aware. And then when this is contaminated water, it'll just pump it out. I'm not even sure I need to have it this high. I might be able to bring everything lower down by 1 layer. Hold on. So let's say I think it really only needed that, right? And then one of these, and then one of these, and then stairs up to it. And then a contamination sensor. And then these two are actually floodgates. And then I want to put it on the same side. Now, I don't think this will work, actually, what I want to do right now. This part. Yeah, you can't place anything on that. But what I probably could have done is if I would have done like an overhang, and then I'd have to build another box around the overhang. And then put impermeable floors over the top of it. I could box this whole thing in. Except the part where these need to go in, which would not work. Actually, it was fine the height that it was at, huh? You think this will work, chat? You think this will work? When it's at 3%. These, alright, when it's on, yeah, they'll go all the way up. And when it's off, let her out. I don't think that this is working the way that I thought it would, though. Look at it. It's just sitting there. Does water pressure not matter anymore? It'll just stay at the same height? Then how am I going to fill up this whole area? Am I going to have to do it with this other aquifer up here? I need dynamite to do that too. I can automate that also. Can it connect to more than one? It can connect to more than one. That's crazy. This just needs a little bit of power. So whenever I get a little bit of science again, which won't take long, we will put somebody in, we'll grab this. This one doesn't need paper, luckily, so we'll take this, we'll build 2 up here, we'll connect them, and then this will be working. Not as consistently as I would like, because I do need a gravity battery, but we can invest in a gravity battery soon. I would also like to invest in a gravity battery anyway, because this, if I connect this and this to a gravity battery, then they'll be connected to a battery that will just be constantly gathering the extra power, especially since this one will be gathering extra power. Which should mean that I can kind of transfer that over here and I can connect something else over here maybe. I don't think it's going to be enough power though. I could add some wind turbines to it. Actually, if I added a wind turbine to it, then I would be able to put another metal smelter over here. Shit, if I connected a couple of wind turbines over here and to a battery, I'd be able to put both of them over here. And then over here, we could grow food over here, because there would be nothing else that needs to be here. Because it's literally just these 3 buildings. But that's assuming I get the water level up. I don't know how the heck I'm supposed to do that right now, because it's not working the way that I thought it was supposed to work. How am I supposed to raise the water level in here? Is it because I need to input more water, this water source? But the thing is that this is with limited pressure. Okay. So I guess that's why it's not working. It doesn't have pressure capabilities. This one doesn't seem to have pressure capabilities. I think I would have to connect them. I think my idea here is just not gonna work. I think this whole thing would have to be done one lower, because I think that this will work. I think that the plan I just had there would work for the bad water, since, as you can tell, it will not overflow. So let's try that instead. We're going to put some floodgates here. We're going to put the sensor here. Here. Bad water pump. There. With some stairs. We'll put another set of stairs here. Because this water shouldn't be contaminated enough for it to get anybody sick. It's just contaminated enough that it's causing issues. And now we do it again for the 3rd and final time. We'll put this down to 3. And then we will connect these to here. And these will be completely open. What a block of water. I would love to take a bite out of that. Ooh, is that just me, or does that look scrumptious? Alright. This whole plan is definitely of our highest priority, though. I don't really have metal blocks yet. I do have metal blocks. Never mind. Never mind. My expectations are way lower, apparently, than they should be. So I just kind of need everybody to catch up on, this is gonna get emptied. We're gonna empty this. And this can be demolished. Are we not grilling chestnuts right now? No, because we're not gathering chestnuts, huh? I don't have enough workers for it. I suddenly require more jobs, and a bunch of people are dying of old age. Should we get some more beavers going? I kind of want these built first, though. Can they even build these because I built them so far away? I keep forgetting to connect the paths. Jeez. No, they were working on it. They were working on it. We're gonna make one of these bad water. Oh, wait, the lake is clear! Oh, it did clear! Finally! And it must have been the drought. It must have been all of the water finally going down and then fresh water coming in. That must have been what it was. But this project needs to be done. We need this done ASAP. Because the next thing we might get is a bad tide, and that would not be good. These guys are still... How did I get 3 contaminated beavers? What were they doing? Were they playing in the water back here? They better not have. There was no reason for it. Where? Over here? Are you guys playing in the water over here? What happened? How did they get ill? I don't even see how they could have gotten into the water. Was it being in this water? Did this water contaminate them? I have literally no idea how else they could have gotten contaminated. Damn. 3 contaminated beavers. So that's also why. Freaking eating my water supply. Get over here. What do you think this is? I still don't know how it works, but get out of here. Go over there. Nobody needs you. It's kind of mean. Oh well. Alright, I know we're about to finish our episode. Well, actually, we really should right now, but I really want to see this. I don't think that that's going to get done in time. I probably should just end it. Alright. Well, we're in a good spot. We're in a fantastic spot. We've done great work today. We've done some fantastic work today. It looks like we're going to need some more beavers next time around, so maybe we should build some more housing next time. For some reason... Oh, no, the 3 of beavers over here. It's considering homeless. So I've got 5 available beds over here, especially since I just moved those 3 over there. So we got 5 new babies that we can have, not including the 5 babies we do have. And then we do need 17 more jobs, apparently. We have 17 more jobs available, which I guess is probably because of... This is 4 jobs by itself. And then we built this, and these were already here. We also built this, and the Tapper Shack got built, and we're building this. I don't know if it's considered to be a job that's needed yet. But, you know, we're doing great. We're doing great. This can be deleted, right? Is that the same thing as this? Is this a hauler's post? Yeah. We're gonna delete this. Don't need that there. Trying to make room for... I don't know why he's sitting here doing nothing. Need more haulers. See, now if I put this here, they're going to move out of this job and go to literally any other job, like over here. Which I probably should do. Haulers are not a priority. Yeah, I do need them more. Alright. Okay. I think that's everything for now.